Hello there guys, welcome to one of my live videos, and on this video this afternoon I am going to be giving you an update on Arsenal's transfer news. So who are Arsenal going to sign in the summer, and of course who are they going to get rid of. Obviously in the January transfer window Mikel Arteta made two signings, and obviously he signed Pablo Mari from Flamengo. Obviously, Arsenal got him on loan until the end of the season, so they paid around £3 or £4 million up front to get him on loan. But Arsenal do have the option to make the deal permanent. So if they do decide to make the deal permanent, Arsenal will have to pay like a further £8 million. So the deal is worth up to like 12 million. Pablo Mari, of course, was at Flamengo. Of course, before he was at Flamengo, I think he served around 3 years at Manchester City, but I don't think he ever got his opportunities at Manchester City, and also had quite a few loan spells. But I do presume he's a very good centre-half, is Pablo Mari, and I do believe he will be making his debut in Arsenal's game against Newcastle, or could make his debut. And also Arsenal got Cedric Soares in on loan from Southampton, and I think he's also a very good signing for Arsenal, because Arsenal were in desperate need for a right back, because obviously they've got Ainsley Maitland-Niles, who is not predominantly a right back, and they've also got Hector Bellerin, who is predominantly a right back, but obviously sustained quite a few injuries this season, and I think he's just recently come back from injury. Cedric Soares is well proven in the Premier League. He did endure like 4.5, 5 years with Southampton and made over 100 appearances for them, I think, in all competitions. So he is a very, very good player. So Mikel Arteta has made two signings so far as Arsenal manager. But Arsenal are aware that they need to make more investment in the summer, because there's still deficiencies in their squad that do need to be addressed. Now, Mikel Arteta so far has managed 8 games for Arsenal. He's drawn a lot of games. He's drawn 5, he's won 2, and he's lost 1. But I've got to be honest with you, I think Arsenal do look a much better team than what they did do under Unai Emery. But Arsenal, it is a transition period for them. They are on their 3rd manager this season. Obviously, before they had Mikel Arteta, they had, Freddie Ljungberg in on a temporary basis. Before they had Freddie Ljungberg, like I mentioned, they had Unai Emery, and he enjoyed an 18-month tenure with Arsenal and that. So take into account, Arteta is still in the process of rebuilding, because he's inheriting, some of Unai Emery's players who he recommended in. Obviously, there's still a lot of players here from, the Arsene Wenger era, of course. Arsene Wenger endured 22 years with Arsenal. He was obviously one of the longest serving managers, in English football and that. So yeah, so who are Arsenal, going to sign him in the summer? But with Mikel Arteta, I think Arsenal will be determined to give him time. Obviously, he's a former Arsenal player, so he knows the culture of the club. Hasn't really got that managerial experience as Mikel Arteta. Obviously, he did work alongside Pep Guardiola as a coaching assistant at Manchester City for 3 years. So you can say that Mikel Arteta, he's trying to follow Guardiola's philosophy to Arsenal and that. So yeah, so Arsenal have got quite a few players on their agenda who they could go in for in the summer. Now, one player I think they could go in for in the summer, there's a few, but this one they could go in for. He is called Mohamed Said Benrahma, and he currently plays for Brentford. I think there's a few clubs that are in for him, Newcastle and Leicester have also expressed their interest. You would get him for a reasonable figure, because I think he's valued at around £15 million. So Arsenal would only have to pay around £15 million to get him in. He currently plays for Brentford, and he is currently a winner. Also, too, Arsenal have expressed an interest in Mykola Matviyenko. He currently plays for Shakhtar Donetsk. Now, I think he can play as a centre-half, but I think he's predominantly a left-back. So he's another player on Arsenal's agenda. Daya Upakaniu, however you pronounce his name's really hard to pronounce. He plays for RP Leipzig, and Arsenal have also got him on their agenda. Samuel Tite is another player Arsenal could go in for from Barcelona. What are you doing? who they could go in for from Barcelona, and Jovicic from Real Madrid. So Arsenal have got quite a few players on their current agenda and that, but definitely no need to make more signings, because they have enjoyed a difficult season of Arsenal. You know, they're sitting like 10th in the Premier League. They are sitting 10 points behind top four. So I don't see Arsenal getting that top four this season, but they could still get some silverware on the board. Don't forget, you know, they can win the Europa League. That's the only way they're going to get Champions League qualification. And also, you know, they can win the FA Cup, because they are into the 5th round of the competition. And they have got Portsmouth away in the 5th round, so I do presume they are going to progress into the quarter-final. Arsenal are the most successful team in FA Cup history, because they have won 13 FA Cups and that. But I don't see them getting the top four this season. But, you know, Arsenal have had quite a lot of injuries this season. You know, obviously Callum Chambers is a long-term absence. Kieran Tierney's been injured for them. You know, they did get Kieran Tierney last summer from Celtic for around £25 million. I think he has returned back to training now, so there's a lot of positivity regarding the news about Kieran Tierney. Obviously, you know, Cedric Soares, he's injured. I think he's due back sometime this month. You know, he's been out with injury. Obviously, Reece Nelson's been out with injury. You know, Mustafi's just recently come back from injury. You know, to be fair, since Mustafi's come back from injury, he's done really, really well for Arsenal. You know, Hector Bellingham's just recently come back. You know, Rob Holding, you know, sustained quite a few injuries. So they've had a lot of injuries this season of Arsenal. You've got David Luiz. He's just recently come back from suspension. You know, Aubameyang, you know, has just come back from serving a 3-match, you know, ban. So, you know, they have had quite a lot of injuries this season, definitely, of Arsenal. But the players that they recruited in last summer under Emery, of course, they got Kieran Tierney in for £25 million from Celtic. They got David Luiz in for £8 million from Chelsea. Arsenal didn't really want to recommend him in, but, you know, Arsenal saw it as that, you know, it was a cheap solution. You know, William Saliba is due to join Arsenal in the summer, because obviously they have got him from St Etienne, but he got loaned back to St Etienne for the remainder of this season, so he's set to join Arsenal this summer. Obviously, you know, they got Nicolas Pepe for £70 million, or was it £72 million? Obviously, he's Arsenal's most expensive signing. It is Nicolas Pepe. He's had a good couple of games under Mikel Arteta, but I think analysing the vast majority of his performances, you know, they haven't been to the standards as, you know, Arsenal did expect. He hasn't really replicated what he did at Lille, because he was a revelation for Lille, was Nicolas Pepe. And Daniel Ceballos, they also got him on loan from Real Madrid, but I think he's keen on getting his deal made permanent by Arsenal, you know, Daniel Ceballos, and he was also injured early on in the season and that. The players that have left Arsenal, well, what players left Arsenal last summer? Obviously, you know, Steven Lichtsteiner left last summer. You know, Danny Welbeck, he went to Watford. Aaron Ramsey, I think, left, was it about a year ago? There is now reports saying that, you know, Juventus could sell Aaron Ramsey after, you know, getting him from Arsenal a year ago. Obviously, Aaron Ramsey was a long-serving player for Arsenal, because he endured like 12 years with Arsenal, so he was a long-serving player. And also, Laurent Koscielny left last summer. He currently joined Bordeaux. But I do believe Arsenal will be getting rid of more players in the summer. Now, I was reading recent reports, and it did say that Arsenal could get rid of Aubameyang, Lacazette and Mesut Ozil in the summer. And I do believe they'll generate a substantial amount if they do get rid of them in the summer. Now, obviously, you know, Aubameyang is one of their imperative players. Like I said, he's a very, very good player. He's Patrick-Emerick Aubameyang. Arsenal, I think is he Arsenal's second or third most expensive signing? Arsenal paid around £58 million for him from Borussia Dortmund. I think they get him back in January 2018 from Borussia Dortmund, didn't that? And obviously, you know, Aubameyang, he's played out wide quite a few times, but I don't think you see the best of him out wide. I think he's better when he's playing centrally. So what I'll do is I'll put Aubameyang centrally, and I'll put Lacazette just behind him. I'm actually surprised that Aubameyang is still at Arsenal, because don't forget Barcelona went in for him in the January transfer window. Of course, Aubameyang, he's now, what, 30 or 31 years of age. He's got, like, is it a year or just under a year left on his contract? So, yeah, I think Arsenal are considering moving him on in the summer. But don't get me wrong, when Aubameyang and Lacazette, are in good form when they do play together, they do make a fantastic partnership, to be fair. With Lacazette, he hasn't been in the best form of late. He has been quite poor. But, I still think he's done quite well for Arsenal. Arsenal, of course, did get him from Lyon. And Mesut Ozil, now, I think, Arsenal do need to get rid of him. He's one of the players that does need to leave Arsenal, because I'm surprised Arsenal didn't get rid of him a while back. He should have gone a while back, should Mesut Ozil. Like I mentioned, at the time Arsenal got rid of Alexis Sanchez, what they should have done is they should have kept Alexis Sanchez at that time and, kept... They should have kept Alexis Sanchez and they should have got rid of Mesut Ozil. And this is what, Arsenal should have done, because Alexis Sanchez, was one of Arsenal's best players without a shadow of a doubt. But Ozil's been a long-serving player at Arsenal. I think he's into his 6th or 7th season now with Arsenal. Don't get me wrong, he's had a good couple of games under Mikel Arteta, but he's aging up now anyway as Mesut Ozil, so he's one of the players Arsenal do need to consider, currently getting rid of. But like I mentioned, Arsenal have got a lot of good players in their team. They've also got a lot of good young players that are coming through. Saka's doing really, really well for them. They've just got Edward Nketiah back on loan from Leeds United. Reece Nelson, I do rate him quite a lot. Gabriel Martinelli, he's another player that's recently done well. Don't forget when Aubameyang, had to serve that 3-match suspension, he was obviously, operating in Aubameyang's role was Gabriel Martinelli. And to be fair, Gabriel Martinelli's done quite well. Obviously, I think he's recently been linked with a move to Real Madrid. So could he possibly, be moved on in the summer, Gabriel Martinelli. Like I mentioned, Mustafi's done quite well for them. Socrates, he injured earlier on in the season. They've got Leno. He's a goalkeeper, Leno. He's not one of the best, but he's not too bad, to be quite honest with you. So they have got pretty decent players in their team of Arsenal. But like I mentioned, you can see what Arteta's trying to implement at the club, and Arsenal do need more time to make more signings. Probably maybe in search for a left back. Maybe they want another midfielder, Arsenal. Maybe they're in search for a striker. So these still deficiencies in their squad that need to be addressed, definitely in that. And, Arsenal have got to get the right calibre players in if they are to be, back to being a competitive elite level football club, and if they are to be up there challenging for major honours. But, Arsenal are the only team to go undefeated in the Premier League era. Don't forget, they went undefeated in one season in 2004, and that's they're hopeful from their perspective that Liverpool, don't replicate what they did back in 2004. So that's your latest on Arsenal's transfer news. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again soon.